All right, y'all looking at the thumbnail. Okay, I see we got how strong is Darwin Watterson from Amazing World Gumball. We doing them all, ain't we? I think we're gonna get the sister next then. I'm pretty sure the last one got to be the sister. Well, the sister, I mean, yeah, the sister, she the last one then. Cause I don't think he did her. She the last one. She the last one he got to do. So yeah, let's check this out. And hey, who know? He might do on the grandpa. I mean, what the grandma, and then on what you call the dad. I don't know, but yeah, man, the last one he got to do is really the sister next. So let's check this out, bro. Cause he did them all, almost all of them.
Darwin Watterson. In a universe where rulers of physics are suggestions and
so Darwin is a fish, I believe.
The laws of reality get rewritten every Tuesday. One creature has done the impossible, ascended from a common household fish.
Oh yeah. So it is a fish. It's a fish. I always was confused. Like, what is this thing?
All-breaking powerhouse with the potential to.
And let's not forget that Darwin also can sing. He can sing too now. I'm just putting that out there. Let's go.
Unravel existence itself. His name is Darwin Raspin Caspin Ahab Poseidon Nicodemus Watterson III, but you can just call him Darwin, the fish who became a god. Darwin is a walking paradox of power wrapped in orange scales and a heart too big for the laws of physics to handle. Born a goldfish, raised by chaos, and chosen by the narrative gods, Darwin isn't just strong, he's the backup engine of reality, the second son of fiction, whose power doesn't scream, it smiles. At first glance, Darwin is innocent, loving, and soft-spoken, yet beneath—
Not really though. No, he's not. Not really though. No, he's not.
That warmth is a resume of feats that would give even the strongest beings in existence a run for their money. Darwin is a fish that has survived being shattered, erased, reduced—
Yeah, cause it gotta be like a fish that don't need water. Like, come on, bro. Come on. And it got legs. How is this even possible?
droplets and turned into dust, and yet every time he's come back like nothing's happened. In the crew, Darwin is blown apart like ceramic, shattered into fragments, and instantly reforms himself. In the procrastinators, he eats himself out of existence and then returns. That isn't just normal durability, that's resistance to existence erasure, with existence erasure being more potent than death, because there is no afterlife to travel to, you're just gone. But Darwin's never been one to give up, and he's always on his—
Yeah, see, this is hard, this is what that thing I used to say, gifted in hard training. Darwin fit on the hard training. What a smile on his face, still singing, bro. Ain't no way, bro.
his way. In The Secret, Darwin and Gumball are reduced to droplets by a molecular compression machine, essentially liquefied to their base components, and somehow reconstitute themselves without any effort. That's instant regeneration from molecular destruction. And if that wasn't enough, Darwin doesn't need his soul to survive. In another episode, he's literally separated from his soul and casually returns it back to his body. That means Darwin is capable of interacting with non-physical constructs and survive complete metaphysical severance. But let's go even further. This fish can breathe
And he got a deep voice. I remember this episode right here. I forget what he said though.
underwater and on land because of course he can. Physics was a guest in Elmore and Darwin showed on land because of course he can. Physics was a guest in Elmore and Darwin showed at the door. Darwin's combat is ridiculous as well. In The Remote and the Parents, he goes head to head with Nicole Watterson, arguably the strongest character in the entire show, and holds his own long enough to survive. He even uses pacifist grappling techniques in the cage, and he can pull off hand-to-hand combat sequences that directly—
and he can spam it. I don't think Gumball can do that, but Darwin can definitely spam that fireball, bro.
scale to Gumball Street Fighter level brawling. A fish who grew legs that knows martial arts. Yeah, that's pretty terrifying. Scaling directly to Gumball is extremely impressive, but both of these brothers have shared most of their feats together. In one instance, Gumball and Darwin were late for school and ran so fast that they literally broke the screen and broke time itself. But it doesn't stop there, as both brothers realize they now have the ability to control time itself, as they literally slap the clock backwards and forwards, launching themselves through time, and even before time existed, before the creation of the universe, before the Big Bang. And both Gumball and Darwin stand there as the birth of the universe explodes. The Big Bang produces 90 duodecillion joules of energy, and I know that sounds like a big number, so let's break it down. For comparison, the sun is so hot that it gives off enough energy every second to power Earth for 500,000 years, but it would take more than 1 octillion suns burning for 10 billion years each just to equal the energy of the Big Bang, which means the Big Bang would have enough energy to power Earth for over 1 billion trillion years, which is longer than the age of the universe itself. And this fish just shrugged it off like nothing happened. But it doesn't stop here, as Darwin is even able to exist between dreams, which is stated in the episode itself to be a place devoid of space and time, making Darwin's speed immeasurable. Darwin just sneezing, yes, just a sneeze, can obliterate hundreds of homes, launch Banana Joe and his entire family across the Pacific Ocean, and send cars and trucks flying hundreds of feet into the air, meaning Darwin can destroy your entire livelihood just because he had a feather stuck between his gills. When he gets mad or emotionally triggered, Darwin becomes an elemental nightmare, capable of fire manipulation, sound-induced paralysis, and voice-based attacks so loud they can literally immobilize others. That's a full-on sound wave force that he does by accident, and when he screams his absolute head off, he can literally crack the cameraman's camera that we're watching the episode on. In terms of speed, Darwin scales directly to Gumball, who dodges lasers from Bobbert, who is stated to use real lasers, which would make him faster than light. But after doing this, it's kind of irrelevant. He moves alongside Nicole, who can blitz across town in seconds, and he reacts to fourth wall bending events in real time. This isn't speed in the traditional sense. This is narrative agility, the ability to operate even as reality bends. Darwin has tanked massive pain explosions, the destruction of Elmore High School, an energy blast that would disintegrate most life forms. But most importantly, Darwin survives transitions between genres, styles, and formats. In The Inquisition, when the show turns live action, he continues to function while everyone else glitches. That means Darwin has meta durability. He can survive not just in-story events, but changes to the story structure itself. He can stop time so he can finish reading a card. He has age manipulation, rapidly turning him and Gumball into elderly men just by talking. He has magnesium manipulation, fire bending, levitation, and teleportation. He can create and drive an invisible car with nothing but his pure imagination, meaning he has the power to generate matter and narrative outcomes purely through belief alone. Darwin is also a master manipulator, not through malice, but through emotion. He can guilt-trip people into obedience, hypnotize them with his eyes, and use sheer empathy to overpower magical.
And he can sing too. He have an incredible voice that can get like everyone sucked in. You know that song like, without you, I can't breathe. Just saying, without you, I can't breathe. That song right there. Yo, loved it.
Forces. In one episode, he broke through a love potion just by loving someone else more. He weaponizes guilt, overwhelms with affection, and softens gods with his soul. And he has a literal cute combo.
Yeah, that right there.
Back. Gotta love it. He also has law manipulation, censoring an entire episode to prevent anything unpleasant from happening. That's right, Darwin can change the laws of his very own universe to enforce his peace. Even his perception is a weapon as well. In the others, he filters people out of reality simply because they're not important to him. In another episode, he ignores an alien apocalypse so hard that the apocalypse fixes itself. I mean, okay. He can absorb information by eating books, gain new dialects instantly. He can fuse with Gumball to become even stronger, and since Gumball is a Saiyan, it looks like they have their own version of Gogeta. But Vegito is the GOAT, you can argue with the wall. He can induce sleep with his eyes, manipulate dreams, and resist aging because the universe itself won't allow him to grow old. In the job, he's aware that Richard getting employed is causing time to rewind, so he adapts to it. meaning Darwin perceives non-linear timelines like a plot twist. They don't affect him unless he allows them to. And probably the most terrifying part, Darwin might be able to end his own universe. Not with any weapons or screams or power-ups, but just by being too important to the story.
That's that Toon Force. That's that Toon Force.
Shares the protagonist status with Gumball, and if he were to vanish, the structure of the show would collapse. That means Darwin's existence is tethered not to his body, but to the narrative glue that holds Elmore together. If he ever chooses to leave, the show ends. Darwin isn't just a side character, he's a concept. His kindness scaled to apocalyptic levels, his friendship weaponized into a divine force, and probably the scariest part of all of this is that he doesn't even know it. Overall, Darwin would scale to fifth dimensional or low complex multiversal with immeasurable speed. And shout out to Alan who dropped 80 to sponsor this video. In the end, the amazing world of Gumball just wouldn't be complete without his brother. And I'm not saying that to be wholesome, it's literally the truth. He's one of the strongest, more than anyone can be. He grew legs to walk on land and buried gods in the sea. What's up guys, it's Divine. If you guys enjoyed this video, make sure you guys like and subscribe and hit one. I have my Cash App linked in the Discord where you can know what you think of the video right next. And let me know down in the comments, out of the countless characters that you know, who can defeat Gumball's for-life twin, Darwin Watterson.
And there you go, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, man. Yeah, Darwin. I like Darwin. I guess the last one he probably gonna do is his sister. So yeah, I'm here for it, but you already know. Link up in the description, all that good stuff, man. Still.